What's up YouTube? It's May 29th, 2026, and this is a trade recap on how I got break even and made only $14. So let's get into it. So coming into the daily time frame, we were really bullish, trading all-time highs. Had this 4-hour intermediate low down here and this 1-hour intermediate low, which are kind of the only draws to the downside. Then all-time highs was resting right over here. And coming into market open, it wasn't hit yet. Or no, it got hit right before market open. And we just kept running higher. And then what I saw after that was that we had this 15-minute fair value gap right here. And we also had this 30-minute gap right here. So originally what I wanted to see was this 15-minute gap get hit, then get a resweep of the low, and then get longs out of that. I didn't think this 30-minute would get hit, but it ended up getting hit. And what we got out of that was we had this 5-minute gap that was created right here, and another 5-minute gap up here. And then we had some kind of low resistance highs up here. So longs, and it was also all-time highs. So longs were pretty valid today. And the trade that I ended up taking was off of the 30-minute gap getting hit. Then we also, I think we might have had an SMT. Let's check. Over here we swept till 9:25. Yeah. So we had an SMT right here with the 9:30 low. Boom. SMT. And then we also had, we had the SMT, and we also had that 30-minute bullish fair value gap right here. So SMT within the 30-minute gap, and we also hit the CE of the gap. So what we have, we had the initial mitigation, CE tap, and an SMT. So almost a perfect high time frame condition to trade out of. The only better thing would be initial mitigation sweep, which is where we would sweep this low and then get a reaction out of that. But we don't really need to see that because we got such strong reactions out of this, and we kind of got that already from this 15-minute gap over here, where we hit that gap, then we swept that, and then entered the 30-minute gap. Then out of this, we got a 2-minute IFVG right over here, targeting up here, which was the 5-minute fair value gap. And I had my stop loss at the CE of, like, just below the CE of this candle wick, because there's such a strong wick. I didn't want to put it at the very bottom, so I put it at just below the CE of the wick, targeting a 5-minute, or like just above for a 1-to-1. But I didn't get my entry originally right here because I kind of missed out on it. I was lucky scrolling on TikTok, and then I look at the charts, I'm like, oh shit, I missed my entry. But then I just waited a little bit. We got that retracement down, and I got entered around like the same spot as the original entry was, targeting that. Somehow the 5-minute didn't get hit, but luckily I went break even, because if you watch Ronan's break even video, he said we go from like accumulation right here, manipulation, get distribution, then we get that manipulation into the 2-minute fair value gap, and then that's the only condition that we have over here to bounce off of is that 2-minute fair value gap. So we get that tap of the 2-minute, which is our remanipulation. Then we get that redistribution sweeping out this 1031 high, which is where I then went break even, and unfortunately didn't hit TP. Just missed it by 12 points, and we got break even. But overall, pretty decent trade. It wasn't the highest time frame inversion in the leg, but I was fine taking it because it was just like a simple mech long targeting the unfilled 5-minute, which I had a lot of conviction in getting hit. So I'm fine with this trade. Statistical loss, and this is the overall P&L. So the last 3 Fridays we've taken a trade. So break even, win, break even, but I didn't make a video on this one because it was a pretty bad win. Like the trade was overall good, but I de-risked super heavily, and that's why I only made $174. Should have risked normally, would have made like 500 to about $700, and that would have been like so blessed. But it's whatever. Currently down $599 on the account, but it's whatever. That's like we can easily recover from that. That's like 1 or 2 good winning days. So that's all for the trade recap. If you guys want to see more videos like this, sub to the YouTube at ARZ Trades.